The following is a special presentation of the Middle Tennessee Sports Network. Broadcasting live from the Ustream Broadcast Center, this is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network. This broadcast is being brought to you in part by Bethel University Athletics, by the Middle Tennessee Sports Network, and by Ustream. Now, anchoring coverage of today's game, here is Michael Hackney.
And a good Wednesday evening to you all from Fordyce Center in Antioch, where tonight we have a game between two teams that with a win or even a draw will take another big step towards getting themselves into the top tier for the second part of the regular season in January and the Predators Cup. Independent Summit Spring Hill fresh off a win Monday night over the Tennessee Outlaws and Ravenwood, who at the moment are on a 3-game unbeaten streak. Talk more about that in a moment, but folks, we have had quite the result happen this evening. Let's dive into the usual part of our first segment of the pregame show, which is going over recent results. Go over Monday night's games first. Again, Independent Summit Spring Hill beat the Tennessee Outlaws 7-2. Centennial Page beat BAFRA Lipscomb 6-2. Brentwood beat Blackman Stewart's Creek 8-1, and Father Ryan beat Hendersonville Station Camp Beach 4-2. Now, the other first game of the night is in the books, and it was a surprising result. Pope John Paul II CPA GCA in Brentwood, they got underway just past 6:30 here in the North Rickett Fordyce Center. That game ended in a 2-2 tie. JP2 CPA were up 2-0 past the halfway point of the game. Harris Smith and Ethan Pustizzi scored for Brentwood to bring them level, but Brentwood had a chance for now to go all alone atop the table and surpass MBA on point total. That, well, that's not going to happen for the moment. So here are the standings with that game in the books. MBA and Brentwood both atop the table now at 11-0-1. Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon in third at 6-1-2. Actually, Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon and Father Ryan are both at 6-1-2. Independent Summit Spring Hill at 7-3. Centennial Page at 6-4-1. Ravenwood at 5-3-1. Ensworth Nolensville in eighth at 4-7-1. But again, they don't play again until December the 11th, so they're going to start free-falling down the table, most likely. Franklin Hume Fogg BGA in ninth at 4-5. Hendersonville Station Camp Beach at 3-7. JPG CPA GCA now 2-4-2 after the draw tonight. Tennessee Outlaws at 2-7-1. BAFRA Lipscomb at 1-6-1. USNDCA MLK at 0-7-1. And Blackman Stewart's Creek at the bottom of the table at 0-11. Of course, NBA and Brentwood have already clinched places in the top tier and the Preds Cup. And Blackman Stewart's Creek have also have clinched a spot in the lower tier and the Henry Hine Cup. USNDCA MLK, if they lose tonight and on Friday, then they too will be dropped into the lower tier or heading for the lower tier, dependent upon what Franklin do tonight against BAFRA Lipscomb. Let's look at the rest of the schedule for this evening. So again, one game in the books, Pope John Paul II CPA GCA and Brentwood drawing at 2. That game got underway just past 6:30 here in the North Rickett Fordyce Center. Coming up at about 8:15 here in the North Rickett Fordyce Center, Independent Summit Spring Hill taking on Ravenwood. Also getting underway at 8:15 on Rinky at Centennial, Father Ryan against USNDCA MLK. CJSNonline.com will have that game for you. Pregame starts in a few minutes at about 8:10. 8:30 on Rink B at Centennial. MBA against the Tennessee Outlaws. MBA will be very happy to hear about Brentwood drawing. So if they win tonight, they go back atop the table at 12-0-1 or 11-0-1. And at 9 o'clock on Rink 2 in Bellevue, BAFRA Lipscomb taking on Franklin Hume Fogg BGA to close out the night. Brentwood, by the way, that was their last game before Thanksgiving. Their next three, their final three in this part of the regular season against Father Ryan, then Mount Juliet, then MBA. So they're about to have 3 tough games to close out this first part of the regular season. All right, when we come back in 2 minutes, we're going to go over the regular season stats so far for Gene Sowers and Independent Summit Spring Hill.
Homeowners, in today's world, no neighborhood is immune from burglaries. Get a state-of-the-art monitored home security system for Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, and get peace of mind today. Call right now, 1-888-213-2244, 1-888-213-2244. Local permit fees may be required. License number CAACO 6320, KY City of Louisville 483, and FLEC 130033427. Call for additional numbers. Call now, 1-888-213-2244.
Suffering from allergy congestion? Allegra D decongests. Allegra D depressurizes so you can breathe. Allegra D, a fast, non-drowsy antihistamine, plus a powerful decongestant that gives you 24 hours of congestion-free breathing. It even reduces swelling that can cause congestion and pressure. Allegra D, defense against allergy congestion.
Look for Allegra D at the pharmacy counter. Starts working in 1 hour, applies to first dose only. Use only as directed. Visit Allegra.com.
What if someone invented a way to find the perfect brand new car that didn't involve driving from new car dealership to new car dealership? Well, Autotrader.com did. By searching our immense inventory of actual new cars for sale, you can see which dealers have the exact 2013 sedan you want. Plus, see who has the best price and compare offers in your area like cashback or low APR. So you can find which dealership has your perfect car and the best deal before ever leaving the house. Autotrader.com, the ultimate new car marketplace.
I need a data backup solution for my business to replace my current tape backup device.
Do you want to spend a lot of money?
No.
Do you want to store and pay for replicated data?
No.
How about a solution that's difficult to install and use?
No.
Offshore or automated phone tree support okay?
No.
Then yes, we can help.
Barracuda Backup, end-to-end protection for physical and virtual servers, including data deduplication to significantly reduce storage requirements, and replicated cloud storage for assured recovery, and live humans to answer your calls. Try Barracuda Backup free. Go to barracuda.com/yes.
This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network.
Independent Summit Spring Hill just keep on rolling, 7-3 with 10 games in the books. This is their last game before they break for Thanksgiving, and a win or even a draw could put them in the upper tier in the Preds Cup by the end of the week. We'd have to see. We'd have to look at the math tomorrow after tonight's games are finished and see where everything sits. But Indy Summit Spring Hill in their last 5 games are 4-1. October 23rd, they beat Hendersonville Station Camp Beach 4-2. October 28th, they beat JP2 CPA GCA 3-0. October 30th, they beat Blackman Stewart's Creek 12-3. November 6th, they lost to Father Ryan 10-6, and then back on Monday night, they beat the Tennessee Outlaws 7-2. So here are their player stats so far coming into tonight. Zach Giblin, the team's leading scorer, he has 21 points from 14 goals and 7 assists. Stone Bishop with 15 points from 8 goals and 7 assists. Ash Warner with 15 points from 7 goals and 8 assists. Andrew McCall with 11 points from 3 goals and 8 assists. Braden McCandless with 8 points from 3 goals and 5 assists. Luke Krause and Nick Server each have 7 points from 4 goals and 3 assists. Joey McCready has 6 points from 4 goals and 2 assists. Kent Brooks has 6 points from 2 goals and 4 assists. Nick Rowlett has 4 points from goals. Ethan Atchinger has 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Weston Cross has 3 points from assists. Connor Bain and Ethan Jasper each have 2 points from a goal and an assist. J.D. Peterson has 2 points from assists. Ryan Lawson has a point from a goal. And Mason McKinnon, Matt Dooley, Caden Cross, and Ben Howard each have a point from an assist. On to goalie play, Indy Summit have 4 goalies on the roster. 3 of them have actually played for the team. The other, Braden Cyphers, has gotten some starts as a goalie pool goalie. Stephen Wilhelm has played in most of the games. He's played in 5. 4 of those were starts. His record is 4-0. He's played 186 minutes, goals against average of 3.39, 1 shutout. He's allowed 15 goals and 141 shots and turned away the other 126. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .890. Grant Williams has played in 4 games. His record is 1-3. Got his first win of the season Monday night against the Outlaws. He's played 150 minutes. Goals against average of 5.32. No shutouts. He's allowed 19 goals on 132 shots and turned away the other 113. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .860. And Gunnar Peterson has played in 2 games. Both of them were starts. Both of them were wins, so his record is 2-0. He's played 84 minutes. Goals against average of 1.5. 1 shutout. He's allowed 3 goals on 30 shots and turned away the other 27. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .900. And it looks like both teams are ready to make their way out onto the ice, and the officials are out here too, so we're not going to be able to take a break. That means we're going to have to jump over and look at Ravenwood. Ravenwood 5-3-1. They are on, I believe, a 3-game unbeaten streak. Let's look at their last 5 games. Their last 5 games begin with a loss. Actually, they are 2-1 in their last 5 games. October 23rd, they lost to Brentwood 4-2. October 26th, the 5-1 loss to MBA. November 4th, they beat BAF Ray Lipscomb 7-1. November 11th, they beat Franklin Humenfog BGA 6-3. And then last Wednesday, the 2-2 draw with Father Ryan. So here are their player stats coming into tonight. Liam Hussey, of course, the team's leading scorer. He has 26 points from 17 goals and 9 assists. Lucas Powell has 19 points from 4 goals and 15 assists. Zach Egley with 10 points from 4 goals and 6 assists. Grayson Hurst with 9 points from 5 goals and 4 assists. Luke Schenkel with 7 points from 2 goals and 5 assists. Ryan DeBoer with 5 points from 3 goals and 2 assists. Tristan Hedge with 4 points from assists. Owen Gilroy with 3 points from goals. Hunter Morrison with 3 points from assists. Sutton Kornblum with 2 points from a goal and an assist. Patrick DiPietro and Ethan DeLong each have 2 points from assists. Will McDonald, Jake Henderson, and Sam Lallo each have a point from a goal. On the goalie play, Eden Vanston, team's number 1 goalie. He's played in 7 games. His record is 4-2. He's played just shy of 279 minutes, goals against average of 2.56, 1 shutout. He's allowed 17 goals on 127 shots and turned away the other 110. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .870. Actually, he should be 4-2-1 because he was the goalie of record last Wednesday against Father Ryan. Ryan Farrell has played in 3 games. 2 of those were starts. His record is 1-1. He's played 98 minutes, goals against average of 4.29. No shutouts. He's allowed 10 goals on 50 shots and turned away the other 40. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .800. Friday night, we're back here at Centennial over on the South Rink for USN DCA MLK against Blackman Stewart's Creek. Pregame at 7:15, face-off at 7:30, as both teams will very likely, since USN have to play Father Ryan tonight, be looking for their first win of the season. And then on Monday night, it's the last game before Thanksgiving. Hendersonville Station Camp Beach against BAF Ray Lipscomb at Centennial. Pregame at 7:25, puck drop at 7:40. And I only see the 1 goalie for Ravenwood, Aiden Vanston out there. All right, we're down to the last minute of pregame warm-up. When we come back in 2 minutes, it's puck drop time for Independent Summit Spring Hill and Ravenwood.
For a fast, accurate temperature reading, nothing beats the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer. Here's what a real Exergen customer had to say.
This works great. My doctor's office uses the same brand and recommended this one to me. I love that I can check my baby's temperature when sleeping because he stays asleep.
The Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer is backed by over 50 published medical studies, more than any other thermometer, and is used and recommended by more medical professionals everywhere, giving you the peace of mind that you're getting the best. The Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer.
Cheetos Hotline. This is Chester.
The economy is really bumming me out.
Just sit back, relax, and enjoy those Cheetos snacks. It'll take your mind off it.
I'm feeling better already.
Me too. I'm charging you $24.99 for this call.
What?
Toodaloo.
Take a Cheetos break with Cheetos.
Pick up a bag of Cheetos today at a store near you.
Because Susan switched to Geico and saved hundreds of dollars on car insurance, her retirement account wants to bake her a chocolate cake. But it can't. It's a retirement account. It doesn't have the upper body strength to lift a cake pan into an oven. Switch to Geico, and every time you see the savings, you'll know your retirement account wants to bake you a chocolate cake. But remember, it can't. It's a retirement account. It is, however, happy that you're saving money.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Kids today have it so easy.
Say what?
Well, back in my day.
Dude, you're 22 years old.
We stood in line to renew our driver's licenses.
Yeah.
Now it's all this online and convenient. And even if you need a new picture, they've got these kiosks with facial recognition software. It's all like faster and easier and more secure.
Wow.
And they call that progress.
Yes, they do.
For kiosk locations and to learn how to renew your license online, visit tn.gov/safety.
This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network.
Back on the North Rink at Ford Ice Center. Both teams having, well, Independent Summit Spring Hill having one last huddle at their bench. And now Ravenwood will have one last huddle at their bench. Looks like Stephen Wilhelm is going to start for Indy tonight. And, of course, Aiden Vanston is going to start for Ravenwood because I don't see Ryan Farrell. For this first period, Ravenwood will carry the puck towards me. Independent Summit Spring Hill will carry it away from me. Who's going to take the next big step towards a Preds Cup berth tonight? Game is underway. Ravenwood with the puck off the draw. And Sutton Kornblum immediately sends it into his own bench, trying to bang it off the far side boards. So 6 seconds in, and that was the first whistle. Draws in front of the Ravenwood bench. One by Indy, brought in by Zach Giblin, and his shot is turned away, kicked aside by Vanston with a right leg pad at the near post. So Indy come in firing. Tristan Hedge trying to clear the puck out of the zone. It's kept alive at the left point by Andrew McCall and fired back behind the net. Here comes the blue line, held in. Joey McCready sends it towards the net, and it's turned away by Vanston. Now here's Lucas Powell on the left wing side of the Indy zone, and the puck poked off his stick by a bypassing Ethan Jasper. Powell gets it back though. Pinned up against the boards by Jasper. Will McDonald having it poked away. And Andrew McCall picks it up behind his own net. Actually, it got away from him. Grayson Hurst sending it back to the left wing corner. Now Lucas Powell out on the left wing side, taking a wrist shot off the right shoulder of Stephen Wilhelm at the far post, Now Zach Giblin pokes the puck ahead. Ash Warner into the Ravenwood zone, taking a shot. It's off of Luke Schenkel and up into the rafters. 12:47 left of the first, and both sides with shots on goal, but nothing's gone in yet. Draw is going to be to Vanston's left. One by Indy, but it comes to the blue line, and it's picked up by Liam Hussey, carried out to center, but it got away from him. Stone Bishop now brings it back into the Ravenwood zone, trying to get to the slot. Puck's taken away. Brought down by Schenkel. It's in the Indy zone, goes to the end boards. It's behind the net. Lucas Powell passes off, and a shot's turned away. Rebound. Oh, Schenkel put it off the glove of Wilhelm, just past the near post. The initial shot was from Hussey at the left circle. Now Hussey with a chance to get a shot. Blocked with the skates of Connor Bain. Puck back at center. Back into the Ravenwood zone it goes. Cleared out, but Kent Brooks brings it back in offside. Nick Cervero was still inside the Ravenwood zone. 12 minutes left in this first. No goals on the board yet, but Ravenwood almost had one. Luke Schenkel in that near side of the net open, but missed. Draw in front of the Ravenwood bench. Raptors have it. Here's Tristan Hedge. Behind his own net. Came out in front of it, poked off his stick. Sutton Kornblum picks it up, backhands it over to the far side. Sam Lallo passing ahead. Owen Gilroy chips it into the Indy zone. It goes off the end boards, put out in front. Net got knocked loose at the near post. Stephen Wilhelm's going to have to put it back in place himself as the puck goes back to the other end of the rink. Icing was waved off. Here's Hedge. Carrying it through center on the far side into the Indy zone. Falls over as he crosses the blue line. Stays with the puck and shoots it wide of the near post from the top of the right circle. Kent Brooks now is going to end up icing it. I know they wave it off. Owen Gilroy catches up to it, sends it around to the far side. Schenkel backhands it out to center, but into the skates of Ethan Jasper. Puck went back into the Ravenwood zone. Couple of Indy players had to get back on side. Mason Hurst sends it back into the Indy zone. Puck behind the net, over to the left wing corner. Lucas Powell grabs it, gets pushed down from behind by Braden McCandless. McCandless clears it out, puts it ahead to Andrew McCole. McCole racing into the Ravenwood zone, chases it to the end boards. Puck behind the net, picked up by Schenkel. Passed ahead to Lucas Powell, but off his stick, and Braden McCandless sends it back the other way. Here's Zach Giblin. Going around the back of the net, put it out in front. Oh, Ash Warner whiffed on it right when it came to him. He was right in front of the net. Now Lucas Powell, right wing side of the Indy zone. Crosses to the left wing side. Tries to drop it down, but had his back to the boards. Didn't see Ethan Jasper trying to clear it out. Taken back by Powell. Powell in the left circle, a shot. Went off the body and across the front of the net. Puck at the end boards now. Sent up the near side, Zach Giblin. Carries it out to center. Flips it through the air on goal, and Aiden Vanston had to turn it away as it landed near him. Tristan Hedge trying to clear the puck out, taken away. Jake Henderson now. Passing across to the near side. Here's Sutton Kornblum with a slap shot from center. And it's in! Stephen Wilhelm got a piece of it, but it leaked behind him into the back of the net. Kornblum shot it from just in front of the red line, and it's 1-0 Ravenwood with 9:25 to go in the first. Puck in the Indy zone off the draw. Zach Egley had it knocked away from him by Connor Bain. Now Weston Cross backhanding it up the near side boards. Icing was waved off because it went right past Luke Schenkel, who made no effort to reach out for it. And now we're going to have an interference call. I think it's against Ravenwood. Yes, it is, because going to the box is Ethan DeLorge. 8:54 left in the first. Indy Summit Spring Hill get the first power play of the game, trailing 1-0. Draws to the left of Aiden Vanston. Won by Ravenwood. Lucas Powell banks it off the near boards out to center. Braden McCandless has it now. Now goes behind the back to the near side, picked up by Joey McCready, who passes across to the far side. And McCandless, who takes a slap shot, but that went off of Hussey. And now here's a shot from Zach Giblin, gloved and held on to by Vanston. Draws to the left of Vanston, won by Indy. Here's a shot. Stopped and held on to by Vanston at the far post. That was Giblin moving in on goal. Draw to Vanston's left again. Won by Ravenwood and cleared out. Joey McCready is going to chase it into the Indy zone. Long diagonal cross ice pass up to Ash Warner, who's in the Ravenwood end. Trying to pass to the slot, and Giblin had the puck poked away from him. Here's a one-timer from McCandless off the right leg pad of Vanston. Puck sent down ice by Ravenwood. Wilhelm out to play it. He's going to send it around to the near side. Under a minute left in the power play for Indy. Zach Giblin poked the puck along, but Patrick DiPietro kept it from going any further up ice. Now Giblin at center, pushed away. Retains possession, it back into the Ravenwood zone. Slapped around on the near side. Here's Lucas Powell picking it up. And Zach Egley, oh, we're going to have a tripping call, I think against Indy. Zach Egley got tripped. Trying to bring the puck back into the Indy zone, and it's against, they're saying it's against Ash Warner. So 28 seconds of 4-on-4, 7:21 to go in the first. 1-0 Ravenwood draws to Stephen Wilhelm's right. It's won by the Raptors. Here's Tristan Hedge, top of the right circle, a shot. Oh, it hit the crossbar. And then the puck came over to Patrick DiPietro, and he tried to slap it down, and it went off the stick of Nick Cervera into the netting above the glass on the far side. Draws to the right of Wilhelm again. Draw one by Indy, and Stone Bishop backhands it up the ice back into the Ravenwood zone. 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Tristan Hedge hanging out behind his own net. Now we'll start passing the puck down the ice, but it's picked off by Ethan Jasper. Penalty time against Ravenwood is up. They're now in the power play for the next 92 seconds. Now here's Liam Hussey. Back into the Indy zone, tried to pass the slot, and Zach Egley. Ethan Jasper tried to clear. That was kept alive at the left point by Patrick DiPietro. Puck kept alive again at the left point, this time to Lucas Powell, and he tried to send it down, and it went off an Indy stick and out of play. 69 seconds left on the power play for Ravenwood. 6:30 to go in the first, and the Raptors are up 1-0. Draws to the right of Wilhelm. Won by Ravenwood. There's a slap shot from Patrick DiPietro, gloved and held onto by Wilhelm at the far post. Draw to the right of Wilhelm again. Won by Ravenwood. Hedge at the right point with a wrist shot, stopped and held onto by Wilhelm at the near post. Draw to the left of Wilhelm again, or to the left of Wilhelm this time, I should say. Won by Ravenwood again, left point, Hedge. Pass across to the right point, DiPietro. Pass down to the right half wall, and Grayson Hurst. Back to the blue line, Hedge. Over to the left circle, actually left half wall, and Hussey. Hussey sends it, through the crease. Puck comes to the right point, and DiPietro. Passed off to Hurst, now back to DiPietro. Now Hurst at the right half wall again. Goes below the goal line to Powell. Powell in front, backhands it across the front of the crease. And Joey McCready slaps it. Tried to clear it out. It's held in by Hurst. He gives it right back to McCready, who fires it up ice. Puck slapped down ice, but off the stick of Braden McCandless. 10 seconds left of the power play for Ravenwood. Here's Lucas Powell. Back into the Indy zone, trying to work his way to the slot. Gets knocked over. He's got Braden McCandless' stick tied up in his arm. And Powell had the puck kicked away from him by McCandless. Penalty time against Indy is up. They're back at even strength. And puck's in towards the net. Shot stop. Ravenwood, what a save, Wilhelm. He got across in time. And then he makes another good save on Grayson Hurst. Wilhelm made a save and a shot from the right half wall. The rebound came over to Hurst, who had the far side of the net open, and Wilhelm got across and made the save with the right leg pad to keep this a 1-0 game. Now here's Liam Hussey. Bringing it back into the Indy zone. Slap shot from the right circle, turned away by Wilhelm. Rebound sent past the near post by Jake Henderson. Puck comes to the right point, and Luke Schenkel sends it back to the inboards. Puck in the left wing corner. Here's Henderson. Trying to nudge it up. Went off some skates. Now Lucas Powell behind the net. Backhands it out in front. Hussey has it. Passes it to the right point. Twisted edge, and it poked off his stick by Zach Giblin, who's racing off in the other direction. Giblin with a shot from the left circle. It's past the near post. Here's Henderson trying to pass it down ice. Powell has it. Got taken away from him, though, but Ravenwood get it right back. Puck sent back into the Indy zone. Joey McCready Backhanding it over to the far side, Zach Egley at the left half wall. Here's Kent Brooks. Trying to clear it out, held in by DiPietro at the left point. Sent back to the inboards, McCready. Now Kent Brooks brings it out to center. Sends it back into the Ravenwood zone. Egley behind the net. Puck cleared out to center. McCready with it again. Passing it up ice. Now brought back the other way. Egley, left wing side of the Indy zone. Wanted to shoot it. He does shoot it and it went off the shins of Connor Bain over to the far side, or near side, excuse me. Now there's a one-timer from above the right circle by Egley that goes past the far post. Now Luke Krause. Sent it up the near boards, but it was slapped back down low by Ethan DeLorge. Now the puck dribbles out to center on the far side. Brought back in by Owen Gilroy on the right wing. Puck goes to the inboards. Mason McKinnon trying to pass it around. Gilroy gets it back. Trying to send it up to the right point. Held in Luke Schenkel. Pass back down Gilroy in the right circle. Gilroy with a shot off the skates of Bain. Weston Cross just gets it back over the blue line and out to center. Here's Braden McCandless. Passing it ahead to Mason McKinnon, who dumps it back into the Ravenwood zone and then gets dumped at the blue line by Schenkel. Puck over on the near side. Weston Cross with a shot from the bottom of the left circle that's gloved and held on to at the near post by Aiden Vanston. 1:57 left in the second. In the first, still 1-0 Ravenwood. Draws to the right of Vanston. Won by Indy Summit. Here's Ethan Jasper at the right point. Shot off of Vanston. It's still in the crease. Vanston didn't know where the rebound was. Luckily for him, his teammates cleared it down the ice. Puck of the inboards. Grayson Hurst tried to backhand it over to the right circle. Swatted back to the inboards by McCandless. Zach Giblin does not have a stick. Comes to the right point. Hussey's in front of shot. Stopped by Stephen Wilhelm. The puck came to the right point. Tristan Hedge sent it in front to Liam Hussey, who was all alone, and he tried to deke Wilhelm out, but Wilhelm stayed with him and made the save at the near post and held on for the whistle. 84 seconds left in the first, still 1-0 Ravenwood. Draw to the left of Wilhelm. Draw one by Indy Summit. Now here's Ash Warner carrying the puck up the far side into the Ravenwood zone. Around the back of the net. Comes around on the near side, tries to pass it to the slot. Sent back to the inboards by Braden McCandless. Last minute of the first period. McCandless at the left point trying to get the puck to the net. It comes on goal, steered away by Vanston. Now here's Zach Giblin trying to find some room to skate. Puck taken away. Lucas Powell, left wing side of the Indy zone. Round the back of the net. Puts it in front and it went past Hussey. Held in Zach Egley in the left circle. Shot turned away by Wilhelm at the far post. We'll get him a penalty. Ash Warner is going to go back to the box for Indy. Roughing the call, it looks like. So 33.5 seconds left in the first. Ravenwood back to the power play, up 1-0. Draw is going to be to Wilhelm's left. Draw was won by Indy, but Ravenwood take it away right away. Ethan DeLorge. I'm sorry, it's DiPietro at the right point. Passing it down to Egley, now to the blue line, and Hedge. Hedge a shot. Would have gone over the net, but gloved and held on to by Wilhelm. Draws to the right of Wilhelm. One by Indy, sent to the inboards, but Liam Hussey has it behind the net. Comes around to the right circle. Puts it behind the net. Egley tries to wrap around. Stopped by Wilhelm at the far post. He got there in time. Puck cleared up ice, and that's going to be it for the first. Sutton Kornblum with a slap shot that leaks through Stephen Wilhelm into the back of the net. Kornblum shooting from center. Wilhelm will definitely want that one back, and so will Indy. But they're only down 1-0 to Ravenwood at the end of one.
Shaquille O'Neal for new Icy Hot Advanced Cream.
I know all about living with pain. After 19 years of pro ball, man. But now I'm feeling awesome. New Icy Hot Advanced Relief is the real deal.
Icy Hot Advanced Cream has 2 maximum strength ingredients to last up to 50% longer. Works great on shoulders, backs, knees, even arthritis. Icy to dull the pain and hot to relax it away.
Come on now, advance past pain and get on with living.
New Icy Hot Advanced, available in cream and patch.
Pain over.
Use only as directed.
Sometimes in life, you just get lucky. Like when you slide into a rock star parking spot. Or get a great table at that hot new restaurant. But luck won't protect you from identity theft. And that's why Identity Guard offers top-rated identity theft protection for less than $1 a day. Act now and get free protection for your kids, the latest targets for identity thieves. Get it now for less than $1 a day at identityguard.com/dollar. That's identityguard.com/dollar.
This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network.
Back in the North Rink at Fordyce Center. Going to the second period of this one. Ravenwood leading Independent Summit Spring Hill 1-0. Aiden Vanston still in goal for Ravenwood. Stephen Wilhelm still in goal for Indy Summit. Ravenwood with 87 seconds of power play time carrying over to the second period. For the second period, Indy Summit will carry the puck towards me. Ravenwood will carry it away from me. Ravenwood with the puck off the draw. Justin Hedge making his way to center. Into the Indy Summit zone on the right wing side. Carries it around or sends it over to the near side, held in at the left point by Liam Hussey. Hussey passing it off to Hedge. Back to the slot. Hussey a shot past the near post. Puck comes over to the right point, and Patrick DiPietro under a minute left in the power play for Ravenwood. DiPietro passing it back to Hussey. Hussey sends it across the front of the net. Puck held in at the left point by Hedge. Now here's Grayson Hurst. Hurst back to Hedge at the left point. Now back down low to Hurst. Hurst, left circle, shot, went behind the net. Hussey picks up the rebound. Under 30 seconds left of the power play for Ravenwood. DiPietro moving the puck down the right wing boards. Now goes around the back of the net. Comes around to the left wing side. Backhands it over to the right circle. A shot from Zach Egley is turned away at the far post by Stephen Wilhelm. Here's DiPietro at the blue line with a slap shot that goes past the net. Well, they're saying that Wilhelm got a piece of it. Penalty time against Indy is up and they're back at even strength. Here's Hussey. Having the puck poked off his stick. And Joey McCready passing it down ice. It's going to come on goal. Stopped and covered up by Aiden Vanston. He was trying to get Ryan Lawson a home run pass. Lawson was standing at the Ravenwood blue line, but McCready fires it down ice and forces Vanston to make the save. 12:16 left in the second, still 1-0. Ravenwood draws to the left of Vanston. Draw one by Ravenwood. Puck carried to center, but turned over. Ryan Lawson, left wing side of the Ravenwood zone, past the slot. Still Bishop, a backhander over the net with Vanston out of position and down in his stomach. Puck over on the near side now. Bishop, right wing corner. Passes it along to Nick Cervera. Cervera back up to the right point, Ethan Jasper. Jasper moving down the wall. A shot turned away at the near post by Vanston. Puck brought out to center by Hunter Morrison, who gets knocked into the boards hard at the Indy Summit bench by Nick Cervera. Back in his skates and stays in the play as Indy Summit get the puck out of their zone. Now here's Luke Schenkel passing it up the far side. Off the far side boards back into the Indy zone, but Ethan Jasper grabs it. Indy working it back the other way. Jasper, left wing side of the Ravenwood zone, gets knocked off the puck. There's Ethan Atchinger. Puck poked off his stick as he went below the goal line. Jasper back in his skates. Pushed away from the puck. Puck comes to the left point, and a shot is turned away by Vanston to the far post. That was Luke Krause shooting from the left point. Puck now pinned up against the right half wall. Shot from the right circle, a soft shot from Luke Krause, stopped and covered up by Vanston at the near post. 10:41 left in the second, still 1-0 Indy Summit Spring Hill, as the game between MBA and the Outlaws should be underway by now. Draw one. Actually, the puck goes out to center. Oh, and J.D. Peterson falls over in front of his own bench. Here's a shot from Will Morrison to the other end, off the glove of Stephen Wilhelm and over the net. Clearing attempt held in at the right point by Patrick DiPietro. Slap shot is turned away by Wilhelm. Now Hedge trying to move to the slot. A shot! Stopped and held on to by Wilhelm. Draw to the right of Wilhelm. One by Ravenwood. Puck ends up. Coming around to the far side boards. Now here's Connor Bain. Now it's out at center. Andrew McCall chasing it into the Ravenwood zone on the left wing side. Takes a shot off of Vanston at the far post. Now Ash Warner at the right half wall, kicking it into the right circle. Tristan Hedge grabs it. Owen Gilroy pushes it out to center. Now here's Hedge, bringing it back into the Indy zone on the left wing side, trying to go to the net. He was off balance and went crashing into the net, knocked it loose. 9:35 left in the second, still 1-0 Ravenwood.
I missed half of that. I don't know what happened there. It's like Talladega. That? They're working hard. They are working hard. Yeah, this is the team that knocked them out.
Net put back into place. Draws to the right of Wilhelm.
The shootout. So, yeah.
Ravenwood with it down low, off the draw. Hussey trying to put it in front to get a whistle. I think the net may have been dislodged again. Yes, it was. Father Ryan leading USN DCA MLK 2-1 at the end of one.
And that's his cousin. That Schenkel's not. No, different Schenkel. No, he's on Father Ryan. I think.
Indy Summit with the draw, bring it down the ice. Here's Ash Warner with a shot from the right circle, stopped and held on to by Vanston at the near post. Draw will be to the left of Vanston. But goes to the inboards, picked up by Zach Giblin, put out in front, shot, score! Andrew McCall ties it. McCall is right in front and he bangs it underneath Vanston into the back of the net. It's 1-1 with 9:14 left in the second. Draw one by Indy.
Go, boys. Keep it up. There you go.
Puck ends up back in the Ravenwood zone. Lucas Powell sending it to the end boards. Ethan Delords trying to pass it up the near side. Powell with it again. Pass out to center. Liam Hussey goes across, but nobody's there. Stone Bishop gets it back into the Ravenwood zone, but Tristan Hedge takes the puck off him. Gets it over to the near side. Now it's intercepted again. Ryan Lawson off to Nick Cervera. Shot turned over, missed the rebound. Oh, he tried to wrap around try. Puck got away from him when he got to the far post. He had the far side of the net wide open. And now a shot from the left point is stopped and held on to by Vanston. That was from Ethan Jasper. But boy, oh boy, did Nick Cervera have a great chance to put Indy up 2-1. He went around the back of the net. Right when he got to the far side, the puck got away from him. 8:32 left in the second. 1-1 draws to the right of Vanston. One by Indy, Ryan Lawson. Triple teamed, and the puck taken away from him. Ethan Jasper keeps it alive. Here's Stone Bishop in the left circle. Taking a shot, stopped by Vanston at the far post. Indy Summit have come alive here. Lawson keeps the puck alive at the left point, right point, and backhands it down low. Coming around to the right wing corner, Cervera sending it back around to the left wing side, and Bishop. Tristan Hedge fires it up ice. Goes past J.D. Peterson, and it's going to be called. No, icing was waved off because Peterson was hanging out at his own blue line just in case somebody from Ravenwood broke free. And they score! The Raptors score! Shot came from the bottom of the right circle. I'm not sure who it is yet. It's Sam Lallo. Lallo with a shot from the bottom of the right circle that ends up in the back of the net. Ravenwood back on top 2-1 with 7:41 to go in the second. Draw one by Ravenwood. Here's Kent, taken away by Indy. Actually, Kent Brooks, and it poked off his stick as he crossed the Ravenwood blue line. Now Braden McCandless at center. Brings it back into the Ravenwood zone. Hunter Morrison trying to clear it out. No luck. Now it crosses the blue line. Pushed back in. And again brought out by Hunter Morrison. Passing it over to Owen Gilroy. Gilroy in the Indy zone, a shot over the net.
Great shift, Campbell. There you go, Krause.
Luke Krause with it at center, trying to backhand it over to Ethan Hatchinger, but his pass wasn't very good, and it's intercepted. Luke Schenkel into the Indy zone on the right wing. A shot, stop, rebound, score! It's Gilroy. Wilhelm got a piece of the initial shot, but Gilroy was standing right there at the near post, and he puts it in. But it looks like, are they waving it off?
Yeah, that was.
No, they're not waving it off. It's 3-1 Ravenwood with 6:41 to go, or 6:34 to go, and now we've got a we got a penalty against Ben Milston after the goal. So Indy Summit now on the power play trailing 3-1 with 6:34 to go in the second. They win the draw here. Zach Giblin getting tripped. And that's going to be another penalty. Here's McCandless, left circle shot, turned away by Vanston. Joey McCready, right point. Passing it over, one-timer from McCandless. Off the stick of Vanston into the netting above the glass. It's going to be a hooking call. And it's Lucas Powell going off. So it's a 98-second 5-on-3 for Indy Summit. Spring Hill trailing 3-1 with 6:12 to go in the second. Draws to the left of Vanston. One by Indy and a shot, score! Zach Giblin, top of the right circle, just fired it right into the roof of the net. That converts the 5-on-3, and it's 3-2 Ravenwood with 6:09 to go in the second. I mean, Giblin just stepped up and fired it. So they have 1:57 left in the 5-on-4.
I try not to give him credit, but that was a pretty good call. Yeah.
Here's Giblin into the Ravenwood zone. Left circle shot stopped and held onto by Vanston in the far post. And Vanston's like, you're not getting me this time. Draws to the right of Vanston. But goes to the end boards, picked up by Sutton Kornblum. And now Liam Hussey fires it up ice. Wilhelm out to play it. Leaves it for Ethan Jasper. Now here's Stone Bishop through center. And the puck knocked off his stick. Drops it back to Jasper. Passed over to the near side, Kenton Brooks. Now here's Cervera back into the Ravenwood zone. A shot turned away by Vanston. Tristan Hedge clearing it back up ice. Minute left in the power play, the 5-on-4. Here's Bishop at center, bringing it back into the Ravenwood zone. Backhands it off the bottom bar on the outside of the near side of the net, and then the net got pushed out of position. .49 seconds left in the 5-on-4. 5 minutes to go in the second. 3-2 Ravenwood. Draws to the left of Vanston. Won by Ravenwood, Luke Schenkel. Trying to fire it out to center, and he did so. Liam Hussey chasing it into the Indy Summit zone, gets off a one-timer, stopped and held onto by Wilhelm, and then he drops it. Oh, and then Connor Bain falls over. Jake Henderson a shot, stopped and held onto by Wilhelm at the near post, and this time he does hang on. Draw to the right of Wilhelm. Won by Ravenwood. Luke Schenkel trying to send it towards the net. Here's Liam Hussey. Poked off his stick. Pass down ice. Schenkel trying to turn it back the other way, but he put it off of Andrew McCole. McCole right circle in the Ravenwood zone. Pass to the slot. Here's Giblin a shot. Stopped by Vanston. Rebound cleared out by Luke Schenkel. Puck comes on the Indy goal. Here's Wilhelm passing it off to Connor Bain. Bain passing it down. And then Giblin, that was Andrew McCole who gave it right to Jake Henderson. Penalty time against Ravenwood is up, and they're back at even strength. Zach Egley at the end boards. Trying to backhand it up to the right point. Patrick DiPietro passing it down. Puck taken away by Zach Giblin. Giblin, left wing side of the Ravenwood zone. Pass across Ashwater, hit the crossbar! Now here's McCole. Passing over to the right circle. Smacked away by Lalo. Now Lucas Powell through center. Into the Indy zone. Passes across to the right wing side. And again, Summit get the puck out. Here's Bishop. Left wing side of the Ravenwood zone. Goes around the back of the net. Takes a shot, turned away by Vanston at the near post. Puck cleared out to center. Now Grayson Hurst got a little push from behind, kept his balance. Take it away, and here's Bishop back in the Ravenwood zone on the left wing side. Pass to the slot. Oh, Nick Server didn't see it. And then Bishop got knocked over by Grayson Hurst. He's drawing an interference penalty. So Indy Summit Spring Hill back to the power play, trailing 247. Or trailing 3-2 with 2:47 left in the second. Draws to the right of Anston. One by Indy. Nick Cervera pushes it to the slot. Tristan Hedge trying to clear it out. Ethan Jasper keeps it alive. Now the puck sent back into the Ravenwood end. Tristan Hedge behind his own net. Fires it up ice. Ethan Jasper behind his own net. Passing it down to Nick Cervera. Now Cervera fires it right into the skates of Tristan Hedge, who brings it back into the Indy zone, and his shot is blocked. And there's going to be another penalty against Ravenwood, a tripping call. I think it was Braden McCandless getting tripped behind his own net. And it's Tristan Hedge going to the box, so another 5-on-3 for Indy here. 72 seconds on it, minute 59 left in the second. 3-2 Ravenwood. Draw is in front of the Ravenwood bench. Indy win the draw. Ryan Lawson brings the puck into the Ravenwood zone on the left wing side. Goes to the net. Backhands it across. Andrew McCall has it. Top of the right circle. McCready a shot. Stopped and held on to by Vanston. Under a minute left in the 5-on-3. Draws to the left of Vanston. Ravenwood win it. They're trying to try and get it out. Luke Schenkel dives out and pokes it through center back into the Indy Summit zone. Wilhelm out to play it. He'll leave it for Ryan Lawson. Lawson racing through center back into the Ravenwood zone. Should not get around Liam Hussey. He was double teamed. Puck goes to the left wing corner. Patrick DiPietro trying to slap the puck back up ice, and it went off of Ryan Lawson to the right point. Liam Hussey able to clear it up ice. We're now inside the final minute of the second. First penalty against Ravenwood is up. Now it's a 5-on-4. Zach Giblin, right wing side of the Ravenwood zone. Holding the puck, takes a shot. Oh, and it hit the bar. Puck pass down the left half wall. Here's McCole. McCole. Pass in front, Giblin, whatever. Oh, the stop by Vanston! My goodness! Vanston flung himself across to the near side and got there in time. Lost his blocker and his stick in the process. Net got dislodged. That's why there was a whistle. 31 seconds left of the 5-on-4. 30.1 seconds left of the period. Still 3-2 Ravenwood. Draw to the left of Vanston. One by Ravenwood. They try and clear. It's held in. And now they call a high stick against the Raptors. Draw to the left of Vanston again. One by Ravenwood. They try and clear. It's held in. Connor Bain trying to get it back to the net. It did just go over the blue line, so Indy Summit had to get back on side. 10 seconds left in the 5-on-4. Connor Bain with a puck. And time running out in this second period. In fact, here comes the horn. Indy Summit tied the game up at 1, but Ravenwood scored 2 quick ones to go up 3-1. Zach Giblin converted a 5-on-3 to make it 3-2, and that's the score at the end of the second.
Business owners, chances are you have a few computers in your office, maybe a tablet, a smartphone or two. They all have critical business files on them, and if you experience a data loss, you could be in dire straits. That's why your business needs iDrive.com. iDrive protects your valuable data with no per-computer charges. Business plans start at less than $10 a month. Sign up today and save 20% when you use promo code PROTECT with iDrive.com.
When marketing rep Bob Clasby stays at La Quinta Inns and Suites, he's greeted by a fun, friendly staff.
Hey, Bob.
Welcome back, Bob.
Love the haircut, Bob.
Now that's friendly. And when Bob brings those positive vibes to work the next day, you know what happens?
And that's my presentation. Thoughts? Ooh. Comments? Ah. Feedback?
Ooh. He's got the room oohing and eyeing. La Quinta takes care of you so you can take care of business. Book your next successful stay at LQ.com.
This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network.
Back in the North Ring at Ford Ice Center, going to the third and final period of this one. Ravenwood leading Independent Summit Spring Hill 3-2. Indy Summit Spring Hill starting this third period with 1 second of power play time carrying over. So that 5-on-4 is going to expire as soon as the puck drops. Stephen Wilhelm still in net for Independent Summit Spring Hill. Aiden Vanston in net for Ravenwood, and he has been tremendous. He's made some big saves recently. This third period, Indy Summit carrying the puck away from me. Ravenwood carrying it towards me. Drop the puck, and Ravenwood are back at even strength. Puck deep in their zone. Puck coming out to the blue line, held in. J.D. Peterson sent towards the net, but intercepted right away. Now Lucas Powell back in the Indy zone on the right wing side. Goes around the back of the net. Pass across to the top of the right circle, Hurst. Grayson Hurst gives it over to Tristan Heads, whose shot looks like it may have gone off of Wilhelm. He had Hussey in front looking for a tip. Now Powell behind the net. Backhands it out in front, intercepted by Lawson. Taken away by Luke Schenkel. Now here's Powell, left circle backhander. Stopped and held onto with the far post by Stephen Wilhelm. First whistle after 53 seconds of play here in the third. No updates yet from Centennial regarding MBA and the Outlaws. And BAF Ray Lipscomb versus Franklin Hume-Fogg BGA should be getting underway right about now at Bellevue. Draws to the right of Wilhelm. One final in the books tonight. JP2 CPA GCA and Brentwood finishing in a 2-2 draw. Cal Essenmacher did not play for Brentwood tonight. He had a mandatory practice with his travel team. Still, you got to give JP2 credit for scratching out the point, a much needed point. Ethan Jasper at center. Carrying the puck back into the Ravenwood zone on the left wing side. Puck was knocked off his stick, held in at the left point. Now it's cleared out. Braden McCandless with it. Gets knocked down as he runs into Zach Egley. Egley trying to sweep it down ice. Egley sending it back into the Indy zone. It went off the stick of Jake Henderson in its way. It was Will McDonald. So icing waved off. Kraus trying to clear. And now Kraus is going to bring it to center, through center. Into the Ravenwood zone on the left wing side. Kraus pushed into the boards. Comes around to the far side of the net. His shot is stopped and covered up by Aiden Vanston. It looks like we have an update on the Outlaws NBA game. Draw is going to be in front of the Ravenwood bench. 2-1 NBA at the end of one. Liam Hussey watches the puck go into the Indy Summit zone, but getting in front of him to keep it away from him was Connor Bain. Bain backhanding it up the near side boards. Zach Giblin gives it away to Lucas Powell. Now Grayson Hurst puts it in front for Hussey, who it went off his stick and just past the near post. Now Powell behind the net. Backhands it out in front. Went off of something, came back to Powell. Pass cross to Hussey, shot, oh! Kicked aside by the right leg pad of Wilhelm. He made a big save there. And now there's going to be a penalty against Ravenwood as Hussey smashed Andrew McCole against the boards. Puck sent back into the Ravenwood end. Here's McCole, right wing side, going to the net. Couldn't get the shot away. Puck in front. Giblin one-timer. Stopped. Rebound. Oh, pushed past the net by Bishop. Now here's McCandless shooting. It was blocked. Extra attacker out for Indy. And Warner whiffs on a one-timer, and it's finally touched up. Roughing the call against Hussey. So Indy Summit Spring Hill returning to the power play, trailing 3-2 with 10:48 to go. Draw is going to be to the right of Vanston. One by Ravenwood, fired down ice. Wilhelm out to play it. He'll leave it for Ethan Jasper. Jasper behind his own net. Braden McCandless brings the puck back into the Ravenwood zone on the right wing side. Comes around on the near side. Jasper holds it in. Sends it towards the net. It's past the near post. Andrew McCole took a backhand in front. It's intercepted. Fired down ice. Now Jasper back into the Ravenwood zone on the right wing side. Sends it to the inboards. Giblin trying to put it out in front. Here's McCandless, a shot in the left circle, turned away and into the netting above the glass by Vanston. 63 seconds left of the power play. 9:50 to go in the game. Still 3-2 Ravenwood. That goal from center ice by Sutton Kornblum in the first has made the difference so far. Kornblum fired a slap shot from just in front of the red line that leaked through Wilhelm into the back of the net near the midway point of the first. And Kent Brooks off the draw with a backhander that had to be turned away by Vanston. Under a minute left in the power play for Indy Summit. Here's Brooks. Pass to the slot, intercepted, and Lucas Powell cleared it out. Ryan Lawson chases it down. Pass across to the far side and Joey McCready. McCready across to Lawson. Lawson sent ahead. Now Nick Server had it poked off his stick. Lucas Powell going right to the Indian. Then a shot stopped by Wilhelm. Rebound pucked up in the air, smacked away by Kent Brooks. Now Brooks brings it back through center. Back into the Ravenwood zone. Drops it off for Nick Cervera, who shot from the left point, is gloved and held on to by Vanston at the near post. 9 seconds left of the power play. 8:56 to go in the game. Still 3-2 Ravenwood. Father Ryan up 4-2 after 2 on USN DCA MLK. Draw to the right of Vanston, won by Indy and backhanded past the net. Luke Krause left half wall. Penalty time against Ravenwood is up there back at even strength. Poked off Krause's stick. It goes out to center. And he brings it back into the Ravenwood zone offside. Puck being dropped across from the Ravenwood bench. Grayson Hurst bringing a puck towards the Indy blue line, had to be turned away. Tristan Hedge with it now. He gives it away, Ethan Atchinger. Right wing side of the Ravenwood zone. Knocked off his stick to the end boards. Puck pass down the ice, Zach Egley. And it jabbed away.
Big Bird.
Now J.D. Peterson passing into Luke Krause. Krause into the Ravenwood zone, gets knocked down after the puck was jabbed away from him. Here's Liam Hussey now into the Indy zone. Taking a shot, turned away by Wilhelm. Shooting from the top of the slot. Now Andrew McCall. Passing over to Ash Warner. I'm sorry, it was Mason McKinnon. Now Warner in the Ravenwood zone. A shot off the glove. Oh! Off the glove of Vanston. And he manages to keep it out of the net with Zach Giblin right near him. He covered it up just in time.
Killing me, Vanny.
7:38 to go, still 3-2 Ravenwood. Draw to the right of Vanston. One by Indy sitting towards the net, but Ravenwood have it, trying to get it out. They clear to center. Here's Ethan Jasper. Now Zach Giblin trying to send the puck back into the Ravenwood zone. Here's Indy with a puck. Passed up to the right point, Giblin. Giblin sending it towards the net, stopped by Vanston. And he's covered up the rebound at the far post. Draw was to the left of Vanston, won by Ravenwood, taken away by Indy, puck in the left wing corner. Here's Grayson Hurst. Sending it over to the right wing corner, trying to clear it out. Sutton Kornblum held in by Ethan Jasper. Fire to the inboard, Zach Giblin. Is it taken away by, I think it was Lucas Powell. Now Liam Hussey into the Indy zone. Coming down the slot, a shot, past the near post. Here's Hurst now. Put out in front, and I don't know if Tristan Hedge got a shot off or not. It looked like he may have. Net's dislodged again, and Wilhelm's going to have to pull it back into position again. Lucas Powell out at center. Puck gets away from him. Zach Giblin, left wing side of the Ravenwood zone, and it knocked off his stick. And then Braden McCandless goes running into Zach Egley at center, and they both go down. Puck back in the Indy zone. Joey McCready tried to clear it out. Zach Egley keeps it alive. Scores! Zach Egley carries it to the near post and fires it into the bottom corner on the far side of the net. And it's 4-2 Ravenwood with 5:45 to go. And it looks like Indy Summit are going to use their timeout here. So Zach Egley has increased Ravenwood's lead back to 2 goals. It is 4-2. And we're going to take a break and come back in 30 seconds.
Progressive presents Flo's newest smash hit. The Name Your Price tool gives you lots of coverage options.
The Name Your Price tool. You give us a budget and we'll show you a range of coverage options. But we can't go over all the dessert options. Your server will be back in just a second and he'll explain.
The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network.
Back in the North Rankin Ford Ice Center, 5:45 to go. Ravenwood now up 4-2 on Independent Summit Spring Hill after Zach Egley has scored. Draw off the timeout won by Ravenwood, sent into the Indy zone. Puck in the Ravenwood end now. Stone Bishop off to Zach Gimlin, whose shot is stopped and covered up. I'm sorry, it was Kenton Brooks shooting. Stopped and covered up at the far post by Eden Vanston, who has been terrific for Ravenwood in this game. Shots on goal favor Indy, 28-22. Draw was to the left of Vanston, won by Ravenwood. Brought out to center. Here's Connor Bain now, trying to pass it back up ice. And Andrew McCall gets checked into the boards hard, and that's going to be Lucas Powell going off. Interference. So Indy Summit Spring Hill back to the power play, trailing 4-2 with 5:05 to go. Draws across from the Indy Summit bench. Won by Ravenwood, sent down the ice, Ryan Lawson. Passing across to the far side, Ethan Jasper. Jasper into the Ravenwood zone on the right wing side. Passing it up to the right point, Zach Giblin. Takes a slap shot, well past the near post. Behind the net, Andrew McCall. Puck got away from him. They tried to clear it out, and it just went over the blue line. Jasper couldn't keep it alive. Ryan Lawson. Puck back in the Ravenwood zone. It's in the left wing corner. Andrew McCall with it. He's in the slot. Now in the left circle, a shot. Stop. Rebound, score. Ash Warner. Vanston made the initial save at the near post, but Warner was there to bang in the rebound. They convert the power play, and it's 4-3 Ravenwood with 4:13 to go.
Let's go, boys.
Puck ends up in the Ravenwood zone off the draw. Luke Schenkel backhanding it around to the far side, Lucas Powell. Passing it out to center, Liam Hussey chasing to the near side. Sends it into the Indy zone. Now Stone Bishop has it. Right near his own net. Knocked off his stick. Now here's Ryan Lawson carrying it to center. Lawson brings it into the Ravenwood zone. Near the high slot, shot blocked. Puck goes back to center. Kent Brooks fires the puck back into the Ravenwood zone from center. Puck back in the Indy end. Joey McCready sending it up ice. It's back in the Ravenwood zone. Icing was waved off because Ravenwood had a lot of players at the bench coming in and going out. And we get a whistle. A hand pass. Or another penalty? Or is it a hand pass? Looks like it's a hand pass against Ravenwood. 2:57 to go. Ravenwood up 4-3. Draw is going to be to the right of Aiden Vanston. Draw one by Ravenwood. Tristan Hedge whips it around the boards to the far side. Held in at the right point by Joey McCready. Now Hedge again, sending it around to the near side. Puck sent down ice towards the Indy net. Stephen Wilhelm sweeps it over to McCready. McCready backhanding it up the ice. Puck now back in the Ravenwood zone. Braden McCandless, left wing side of the Ravenwood zone. Tried to pass across off the skate of Ash Warner. And somebody played it with a high stick, and nobody wanted to touch it, so they finally blow the whistle. The puck's going to be dropped at center. 2:03 to go, still 4-3 Ravenwood. Draw one by Ravenwood. Here's a shot from Lucas Powell, turned away by Wilhelm at the near post. Puck coming up the near boards. Taken back by Liam Hussey. A shot, score! Hussey from the right dot fires it into the roof of the net. That might be it. It's 5-3 Ravenwood with 1:46 to go. Draw one by Indy. They try and get it into the Ravenwood zone. Lucas Powell with it now. Now Ethan Jasper getting knocked over as he tries to cross the Ravenwood blue line. Now, here's a big slap shot from center by Nick Server that goes well past the near post. Stephen Wilhelm to the bench. Indy Summit with an end empty. Shot from the left point, and Ethan Jasper gloved and held on to at the near post by Aiden Vanston. 63 seconds to go. It's 5-3 Ravenwood. And Ravenwood are going to use their timeout. We're going to stay here. Father Ryan now running away from USN DCA MLK. It is 8-2 in the third.
It's a little chilly in here. No, my hands are like I squeezed my hands and then I tried to open it. I was like, it's frozen shut. I know.
Looks like we have an update from NBA and the Outlaws as well. 3-1, Big Red over the Outlaws at the end of two. Timeout done. Draw is going to be to the right of Aiden Vanston. Again, Indy Summit Spring Hill with a net empty. 1 Run by Indy. Here is Joey McCready, left point. Passing over to the right point. One-timer Ryan Lawson turned away by Aiden Vanston. We're inside the final minute of the game now. Puck put out in front. Smacked away by some Ravenwood sticks. Joey McCready, left point, across to the right point. Ryan Lawson, back over to McCready. McCready sending it to the right wing corner. Lucas Powell tried to clear, held in Lawson. Shot from the right point. I think it may have been blocked. Under 30 seconds to go. Andrew McCole trying to put the puck out in front. Big swarm for the puck on the near side. 10 seconds to go. McCready banking it down off the inboards. Down low, put out in front, or Giblin tried to put it out in front for Jasper, and this one's going to run down to 0, and Ravenwood are on a 4-game unbeaten streak. Raptors win 5-3, but who knows what the score would have been had that Sutton Kornblum shot from center not gone in the net in the first period. So Ravenwood go to 6-3-1 in the regular season now. I know Indy Summit Spring Hill dropped to 7-4. Yeah, Ravenwood is 6-3-1 in the regular season as they beat Independent Summit Spring Hill 5-3. We'll come back for post game in about 2 minutes or so.
I have something so serious to tell you that I hired the world's most serious composer to compose a serious song while I tell you this. At Little Caesars, we've always been serious about quality ingredients. That's why we use fresh shredded mozzarella and Munster cheese on all of our pizzas, while some places use something called pizza cheese, made with modified food starch. Little Caesars, when it comes to quality, we're serious.
Pizza, pizza. Looking for a lighter way to enjoy chocolate? Then grab a Three Musketeers bar and bring a little lightness into your day. The classic nougat-filled candy bar has a whipped-up, fluffy chocolate-on-chocolate taste that's a delicious experience with every bite. So pick up a Three Musketeers bar today at your local retailer and enjoy a light and fluffy chocolate treat. Also try Three Musketeers to-go bars. Have one now and save one for later. Three Musketeers, a lighter way to enjoy chocolate.
Hi, Tom Bodette. It's never been easier to book a clean, comfortable room at Motel 6. You can book online at motel6.com, use our cool new app on your tablet or smartphone, or call 1-800-4-MOTEL-6 on your dumb phone. Sadly, you can't book by pigeon or Morse code, so if you want the lowest price of any national chain by telegraph, I guess you're just ... I'm Tom Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Realtors have expertise in land development and management, retail, industrial, office, and investment properties. They have the experience, knowledge, and savvy to help you achieve your business and investment real estate goals. Realtors also have the power of the National Association of Realtors behind them, working with legislators and regulators to support the key role commercial real estate plays in our national economy. Ask for a professional who understands your commercial business. Ask for a Realtor. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network.
Ravenwood beat Independent Summit Spring Hill 5-3 to go to 6-3-1 in the year. Indy Summit Spring Hill now dropped to 7-4, but they're still ahead of Ravenwood in the table. And it's a final from Centennial. Father Ryan beat USNDCA MLK 8-2. Let's jump into the stats for this one. Indy's goals were scored by Andrew McCole, Zach Giblin, and Ash Warner. Ravenwood's goals were scored by five different goal scorers. Sutton Kornblum, who had that weird goal in the first where he stepped over the red line and took a slap shot from center that Stephen Wilhelm couldn't keep out of the back of the net. Sam Lallo, Owen Gilroy, Zach Egley, and Liam Hussey had the other goals. Only 2 goals had an assist on them. 2 of Ravenwood's goals had an assist on them. Stephen Wilhelm made 19 saves on 24 shots, and Aiden Vanston was terrific. He made 29 saves on 32. Let's see. 3 stars of the game. I'm going to give the 3rd star to Andrew McCole for having a goal and 2 assists tonight for Indy Summit Spring Hill. 2nd star of the game is going to go to Zach Egley for having what turned out to be the game-winning goal. And the 1st star of the game is going to go to Aiden Vanston for 29 saves on 32 shots. So, again, 3rd star of the game, Andrew McCole. 2nd star of the game, Zach Egley. And the 1st star of the game is Aiden Vanston as Ravenwood beat Independent Summit Spring Hill tonight 5-3. So, let's look at the standings. Let me pull up the FRA Athletics Twitter account real quick. Ooh, no goals on the board at the end of one between BA FRA Lipscomb and Franklin Hume Fogg BGA. That is the only other game going on right now besides MBA against the Outlaws. So, here is the table with 3 of tonight's games in the books. MBA and Brentwood both at 10-0-1, but if MBA win or even draw, they go back to the top of the table all by themselves. Father Ryan now in 3rd at 7-1-2. Mount Juliet Wilson Central in 4th at 6-1-2. Independent Summit Spring Hill now in 5th, still in 5th, now at 7-4. Ravenwood jump into 6th at 6-3-1. Centennial Page at 6-4-1. Ensworth Nolensville in 8th at 4-7-1. Franklin Hume Fogg BGA at 4-5. Hendersonville Station Camp Beach at 3-7. Pope John Paul II CPA GCA at 2-4-2 after the draw tonight. Outlaws at 2-7-1. BA FRA Lipscomb at 1-6-1. USN DCA MLK now 0-8-1. And Blackman Stewart's Creek still at the bottom of the table at 0-11. So that's a big game on Monday night or on Friday night for USN. If Franklin win or draw, then USN have to win. Well, let's put it this way. If Franklin win tonight, USN have to beat Blackman Stewart's Creek to keep any hope of getting into the Preds Cup alive. If they draw, then USN will only need a draw. Anything other than grabbing a point, if Franklin draw tonight, or anything other than winning if Franklin win tonight, mean USN will be heading to the lower tier for January. And the schedule for Friday night is as follows. Just 2 games on Friday night. .6:30 on Rink B at Centennial, Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon against JP2 CPA GCA. Craig Jolly will have that game for you starting at 6:25 at CJSNonline.com. And on the South Rink here at Ford Ice Center at 7:30, USN DCA MLK taking on Blackman Stewart's Creek. 7:15 pregame for a 7:30 face-off for a game between 2 teams looking for their first win of the season. So our final score tonight here at Ford Ice Center in Antioch, Ravenwood 5, Independent Summit Spring Hill 3. I'm Michael Hackney. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you again on Friday night for USN DCA MLK and Blackman, starting at 7:15. Good night, everybody.
This broadcast of GNASH Hockey has been brought to you in part by Bethel University Athletics, by the Middle Tennessee Sports Network, and by Ustream. Stay tuned for our next broadcast of GNASH Hockey. This has been a special presentation of the Middle Tennessee Sports Network.